Sometimes life steals what's most precious, only to return it when you least expect. This is the story of a boy who grew up without a father, only to discover a painful truth years later. Abeku, come now, your father's not feeling well. Abeku sitting by his father's bedside, clutching his hand tightly. His father's breathing is weak. Abeku, one day you'll be a man, a strong man, just like your grandfather. His father whispers. Abeku, tears welling up. But what does that mean? His father smiling faintly. When the time is right, you'll know. The father's hand goes limp. Abiku's face freezes in shock. His mother breaks into sobs. Abeku crying by the river later that night, whispering to himself, how can I know what it means to be a man if no one tells me? Years later, Abeku, now 25, is working at a bustling marketplace. His face is hardened, his eyes sharp. He's a hustler, fixing shoes, selling trinkets, doing whatever he can to survive. An older man named Kwame, dressed in worn clothes, struggling to carry a heavy load. Abeku rushes to help him. Abeku, here, let me. Kwame, grateful. Thank you, my son. The world still has good men. The two sit to rest, sharing a meal. Kwame notices Abiku's necklace, a small bronze pendant shaped like a lion. Kwame, staring at it. Where did you get these? He asked. It was my father's. He passed when I was 10, Abeku explained. Kwame's face changes, almost pale with shock. Kwame, voice trembling. Your father, was his name Kojo? Abeku, narrowing his eyes. Yes. How did you know that? Kwame places his hand on his heart, his voice breaking. Kwame, because I am Kojo, and you are my son. Years earlier. You see, before his disappearance, Kojo and his wife are arguing in their small home. I have to go to Accra. There's work there, real work, he yelled. Kojo, you're chasing ghosts. There's no guarantee this job will be there when you arrive. Kojo, determined. But there's no guarantee here either. I can't just sit around fixing fishing nets for scraps. We need real money, Abina. And what about Abeku? He's only 5. He needs his father. I'll send money. I'll come back soon. Early the next morning, Kojo is packing a small cloth bag, a few clothes, a worn-out notebook, and a bronze lion pendant. He stands over a sleeping Abeku, gently brushing his son's hair. Kojo whispering, be strong, my son. But Kojo never made it to Accra. On the way, he was attacked by thieves, left for dead in a distant village. A local farmer found him, nursed him back to health, and Kojo lost all memory of his past life. Abeku, angry, voice rising. You're lying. My father died. I buried him. Kwame, no. You buried my brother. He stepped in to care for you when I vanished. He raised you as his own. Abeku stares at Kwame, tears streaming down his face. Abeku, you see, the morning after Kojo's disappearance, Abena sits by the fire, her face swollen from crying. A man approaches, Kwame's younger brother Yo. He looks similar to Kojo but leaner and quieter. Sister, where's Kojo? He asked. Abena, voice breaking. He left yesterday morning for Accra, but he never came back. Maybe he's just delayed. I'll go and look for him. Yo traveling along the same dirt road Kojo took, asking travelers if they've seen a man matching his brother's description. Days turn into weeks with no sign of Kojo. Eventually, Yo returns to the village, Abena crying in her heart. Yo places a hand on her shoulder. I don't think Kojo's coming back. Abena whispering, what am I going to do? Yo, family, you're not alone. I'll help raise Abeku like he's my own. Over the years, Ya steps into the father role. He teaches Abeku to fish, scolds him when he misbehaves, and consoles him when he's hurting. Abiku never questions it. Yo treats him like a son, and Abena never tells him the truth, believing it's best that Abiku thinks Yo is his real father. So all this time, you were alive. And my mother, why didn't she tell me? She thought it was better that way, that you'd grow up without questions or doubts. Yo sacrificed everything to raise you, and when he fell ill, he told your mother to bury him as Kojo. To keep the story simple, I was lost, but now I'm found, and so are you. Months later, Abiku and Kwame standing by his late uncle's grave. Abiku places the bronze lion pendant on the stone. Abiku, you taught me to be strong, even in your absence. Kwame, and now I will teach you what it means to be a man, just like your grandfather taught me. They walk away together, the sun setting behind them. Sometimes, the lessons we need most are found in the places we least expect, and the people we thought we'd lost forever.
Sunrise on the hills, drumming fills the air.